Hi, everyone. Welcome to Sage Sutra by SageMind. This is a soulful series of bite sized learning where tools meet transformation and insights application. Whether you're a professional or seeker or even a homemaker, each sutra is crafted to spark clarity, confidence, and action. Today, we are going to talk about tool, which is a competitor of Google Forms. All of us have worked with Google Forms a lot. Uh, whether it has been given as a part of our assessment form by Shruti ma'am or by when we have crafted our clarity forms, we have been using Google Forms. As opposed to Google Forms, there is another tool that we have which is called Typeform, which has a better um, feature set than Google Forms has. So, talking about, let's very quickly and briefly talk about the uh, various differences between Google Form and Typeform, and they are one is the first one, obviously, is user experience. It's visually engaging in Typeform, conversational, and one question at a time flow. It in Google Forms, it is straightforward, form style layout with all questions visible at the same time. It is highly customizable. Typeform is highly customizable, allowing you to add your own branding and your design. Whereas Google does give customizations, but it is very minimal. Okay, uh, you can give a header image or change the theme color. That's about it. Nothing more than that. Typeform is intuitive and it may take a slightly a longer time to set up, but the output is amazing. And there is also a learning curve with Typeform. But Google Forms is super quick and easy for basic forms. If you have basic forms, it's very quick and easy. There are integrations that you will have with Typeform, like Zapier, Notion, Slack, Google Sheets, CRM. Whereas any add-ons or integrations is very limited in Google Form. It will only work with or can be integrated with applications which are already present only in Google Workspace. Basic analytics is provided in Typeform in the free version and advanced with the paid version. Built-in summary charts, which can be exported to sheets, is built in Google Forms. Obviously, since there is a distinction in the analytics feature in Typeform, obviously, therefore, we have a free model as well as a branded paid model. Google Form, on the other hand, is completely free. Both work very good with on your cell phones. There is an advanced logic that is there in Typeform, supported by Typeform, which you can use to your advantage. You can have a set of questions wherein option A is marked has 1 point, option 2 has 2 points, option 3 has 3 points, right? There is a score, and you have 10 such questions. So in Typeform, the individual points can be added up to give a score for the person who is filling up that assessment form. Also, conditional questions can be asked. If question A is yes, then go to question 5, skip question 4. So this kind of logic can be built into Typeform. Whereas logic is very simple and minimal in Google Forms. Typeform can be embedded beautifully on websites and landing pages. And Google Forms has a shareable link, but the design is plain. Okay. Professional look and feel. Typeform is premier, interactive, and modern, whereas Google Form is basic, clean, and functional. Scenarios. Where can we use Typeform and where do we use Google Forms? Onboarding coaching clients with a premium feel. Typeform. Quick event feedback or internal team survey. Google Form is more than enough. Interactive funnel for quiz. Interactive quiz funnel for lead generation. Typeform. Application form for workshops. Google Forms. Embedding on a website with brand styling. Typeform. So it's basically balanced. Both have their own use cases and where it can be best used. So it depends upon you. What is the intention? What is your intent in choosing whether you want to go with Typeform or you want to go with Google Forms? Both are very good tools. Okay. That being said, let us go to building a very basic Typeform. And in this, since I have limited time, therefore, I will just stick to the very basics of how you can use a Typeform to build a very simple form. So let's start. And to start off with, I will share my screen. Okay. And admin.typeform.com/login is where you need to go. Okay. It does ask you to create an ID. If you don't have it, have fun. But I basically, want keep my user IDs and my passwords that I need to remember very clean. Okay. Therefore, I do not just go and create a login everywhere. There are too many tools. So I simply say continue with Google. Even my Canva has continue with Google. Okay. Even my Canva is, configured with Google, my Google account. Therefore, when I want to integrate Typeform and Canva, it allows me to do so without any issues. This is the landing page of Typeform, wherein you can have a create new form button at the left top screen. Okay. Thereby, it is followed by a workspace, wherein all your forms that you have already created are listed. I am already using a form which is created, and it goes by the name Self-Leadership Assessment Form. And these are a couple of test forms that Shikha and I have created along the way. Okay, so here on the landing page, you will have a list of all your assessment forms and things that you're working on. Apart from that, there are certain forms which are built in. One is an educational quiz, and you can go ahead and use this form. Create a customer feedback survey to improve products and services. You can use this form. Create a simple customer satisfaction survey to gather feedback on products and services efficiently. You can use this form. Since we need to create an assessment form of our own, I am not going to use any of these, and I am going to hit create a new form here. So let's go ahead and create a new form. And these are the three options. If you say start from scratch, it will give you a blank page wherein you will be able to manually type in your questions and the options to the questions and the kind of questions to you. A short answer question, a long answer question, a multiple choice question. So a yes or a no question. Okay. So these are the questions that you can, you have to manually feed in, manually choose everything. The other way is you click on import questions. In import questions, you can do it in two ways. You type it. I say, I want a name. I want the email ID. I want the contact details. Okay. And then after I collect these three, I have a couple of, I will begin my assessment form, and I have a set of questions which are already pre-made. Okay. I worked with ChatGPT and I said, please give me a set of 10 questions. Out of the 10 questions, these are my 2 questions. I say copy here and I say paste here. Okay. Thereafter, I say, where did you learn about SageMind? Okay. And then, how can SageMind help you? Anything else that you like us to? Now, I want to, since I want to show the functionality, I will just add a simple yes or a no question. Okay. Are you currently employed? Currently, okay. Are you currently in India? Or are you a resident of India? India. Isko actually, I can put this here. Contact number. Are you an Indian resident? Uh, you Indian resident. Okay. Good enough. And then I go and click import questions. Okay. Now, if you see here, what it did was it gave name, email ID, and contact number in one go, wherein it said name can be first name and last name. Okay. Now, if you choose to, you can hide the last name. Okay. But you will not, since you will not be able to change this, it might as well be first name and last name. Now, phone number, India. Okay. Company name, I don't want the company name. I can hide it. Okay. So what did it do? It automatically, according to the input that I gave, it automatically, do you see that the phone number is like this? Did I give the instruction? No. Email ID is this and it is giving me a name at example.com. Similarly, it split the name into first name and last name. Are you an Indian resident? It automatically identified that this is a yes or a no question. So it gave me a yes or a no. And look at these. Where did you learn about SageMind? It's a short answer. This will be a long answer. How can SageMind help you? This also a long answer. Now, how do you recognize? Now, see this. Here is the icon. Question number is contact info. There is an icon there which says it's contact info. Then there is a circle there with a cross mark, which is a yes or a no. Then these two are multiple choice questions. This is a short answer question. It has 2 lines. This is a long answer question. It has 3 lines. This again has a long answer question. It has 3 lines. So automatically you will be able to come to know what it is, which question type it is. Okay. Now, since this is a multiple choice question, let's go here. I don't let others define my worth. I define success on my own terms. Fair enough? This is a typical assessment questions that we as coaches do have. And so we will have a whole list of questions like this. Typically, 10 to 12 questions is what you should have in an assessment form, apart from your contact info and the other details, which may or may not you may want to keep or you may not want to keep, just to avoid overwhelm of the client. When you are here, we had talked about scoring, giving scores to these options. Now, all these questions that I had taken out, all these are being displayed in the content field, content tab. Let's go to the workflow tab. Question 1 is answered. Question 2, 3, 4, series of questions. That's the workflow of currently that is the workflow of the Typeform. Okay. I go to scoring. Okay. It intuitively chose only question number 2, 3, 4. Yes or no, I don't want to do a scoring. Question number 3 and question number 4, I definitely want to do a scoring. Okay. So I just say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I say save here. Scoring is in place. Okay. Then how do we differentiate what needs to be done when people answer questions? Someone might earn the score of 2, others might earn the score of 10. 1 to 5, 1 to 5. Lowest is 1, highest is 5. So the scoring will be between 2 and 10. Okay. Let's go back to the content. Why did I come here? Okay. There's no cross button here. Okay. Now, it is only once the scores are displayed, only once you have completed the the assessment form. Okay. So there is a section at the bottom left corner of your screen which is called endings. Add an ending. End screen. Okay. Let's click here. Score 2, 2, 5. 2 to 5. Okay. Add an ending. I still have 6 to 10. Save. I have 2 end screen based on the score. 2 to 5 and 6 to 10. If I click on 2 to 5, say by recall, come here. And I will write your score. Your score is : and I will write at the rate. The moment I write at the rate, it will give me a list of all the fields that are currently there in the top one being score. I say at the rate score. And then I give a description. Suppose you are on your way to be awesome. No, you are awesome. Okay. And I come here, I say your score is at the rate again score, and I'll write here you are super awesome. And unfortunately, since this is not a paid version, mine is not a paid version, I will have the typeform branding. Okay. Now, this assessment form is based on scoring. So, which are the questions which are mandatory? Some questions are mandatory. This question is mandatory. So, come to this question. Say required. There's a field here. See, required. Next question. Required. Okay. And then these I don't have any required. First thing. Okay. So this question, how can SageMind help you? I would like this to be required, please. Because this is the outcome, that the first draft of the outcome that the client wants. Okay. Now, here is an add content. If you have more questions that you want to add to this assessment form at a later point of time, you can go back to add questions and do an import questions here from here. Okay. Or you can add any of these form elements and you will be done. You will be done. Contact info, email address, phone number, long text, short text, number, date, partial submit point. Do 5 out, partial submit point at 5, and then again a submit point at 10 questions to the 10th question. Group questions, multiple question page, end screen. We have seen the functionality of the end screen when we defined 2 to 5 and 6 to 10. Okay. Create with AI. Obviously, everything is AI these days. So this is create with AI for Typeform. So this is how it is. This is a very basic form that I have created. Design. I go to the gallery and I simply, choose one of these designs that I think would my, page would make my page stand out. Suppose I choose this. Okay. Now each question has a description. Are you an Indian resident? Please specify. Please specify. That's a description. A small thing that you can write as a description there. Okay. Here, you can write what this question does. I don't let others define my worth. I define my success 100%. Suppose I say 100% responsibility. Okay. So that is how it is. So that's design, and here, this is the mobile view. This is a toggle. The desktop view, so this is already customized for the desktop view and the mobile view. Okay. This is the run button or the preview. Even in the preview, you see, there's a mobile view and a laptop view. Okay, so let's fill this form. I said Deepa, it automatically fills it for me because I am. See, this is the type powered by Typeform. This only goes away in the business, not even only the paid, but the business paid. $83. Okay. Then I say okay here. It gives me the next question. Are you an Indian resident? Since this question is not required, I do not, and I don't want to, if I don't want to answer it, I can skip to the next question. This is the first assessment. Can I skip? No. I needed to choose an answer. I chose the answer. Again, I will skip these. Please fill this. How can SageMind help you? I simply fill in something right now. Anything else? Submit at the last one. So in both the assessment questions, I had chosen the option E. So it gave me a total of 10. 5 plus 5, 10. What should it display? By the logic, I am super awesome. Let's try that again. I choose a 4 here, and I choose a 4 and 2 is 6. It will display. Okay. Your score is 6. I'm still super awesome. Okay. So that's how it works. And you can, after you have created this, you can share this publishing. It has finished publishing. And once it finishes publishing, it will give you a link to the Typeform that you have created. You can copy this link and share it on your website. Give it to any client. Share it as a freebie, whatever it may be. Okay. So this was a very short lesson on how to use Typeform and how to create a form using Typeform. Okay, and publish it. So we come to the end of this video, and if you found this helpful, do hit like and subscribe and share it with someone in our community who might need it. Watch this space for more tools and guides like this. Thank you so much for joining me.